Welcome, welcome, welcome. Another live video here coming at you from the headquarters of Spokane, Washington. Yeah. Anyways, that aside, we are going to be playing some Wobbuffet Groudon today. Wobbuffet Groudon is a very, very good deck. I think it is a very good contender and a very good play for Nationals and Worlds coming up here. It's a deck that never really relied on Trump card before the ban, and so the ban doesn't hurt the deck at all. Since that ban kind of hurt every other deck, it kind of makes this one stronger in a way. But anyways, very good deck. Wobbuffet being able to shut down Shaman is also pretty huge and stuff. I did play, the list is very, very simple. You can find it on the website. But it is literally just four Wobbuffet and a 3/3 Groudon online. Nothing else. I don't really play Jirachi or Shaman because Wobbuffet's going to be active for the part of the game where you need to actually play those cards to set up. You play 4 Karina, and 4 Karina, is generally enough to draw into stuff. I haven't really found that I've needed more or less than that. But, yeah. So we're going to take a look at this deck. I am playing against Quad Reshiram. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, wow, that's an interesting choice. It is. But I think my opponent here feels that Toad is dead. So he's playing it because it is a very good deck. And if people are running more consistency decks like Virizion Genesect, then that's going to run Train. Or Metal, because Metal's getting big too. So I don't mind his play, to be honest with you. And he gives me a run for my money here. I attached the Strong Energy instead of the other one, by the way, because I didn't think he played... In a deck like Quad Reshiram, I don't think he played Enhanced Hammer. I could have been wrong. But I also wanted to save the normal fight in case I top decked a Scorched Earth. Just in case why you were wondering that, because it's not safe. Also, getting the Spirit Link might not have been the best choice just because I knew I was going to Karina for a second straight turn, and I could have grabbed a different item instead of the Spirit Link. But, hey, that's why we watch ourselves play, and that's why we commentate on it, because... gives the option. Because see, I could have just done that. I'm going to my turn anyways, so the Spirit Link was completely useless. So yeah, that's how that worked. Getting this going here. I need to put Flowstones in this deck too. I don't play Flowstones. I play Force Switch. So I mean that might be a wrong decision, but it is a decision that I want to kind of work on. I don't think Seismitoad's dead personally though. I think Seismitoad, under the right circumstances and under the right builds, can be played to much success. I think Garbodor Toad is still very viable and still very potent and good. I think Toad can be teched into a lot of decks. I think you can find its place in Yveltal decks. I think you can find its place in Manectric decks. Even Metal decks can use it. It's always good just to, if you're playing DCs and you can start it anyways, you might as well. You basically shut down a good portion of Night March's setup. So in case people are getting on that hype train, you can still play that. It can shut down Spirit Link cards from Megas. I would even consider throwing it in like a Gardevoir deck like Fairies for like the Mirror or something. I don't know. I mean, Seismitoad is definitely not dead. It's just not as good as it was, where it was this big giant monster of a Shaman every single turn and go to town. Anyways, but we should commentate this game. If you notice, I have 2 Strong Energies on that Groudon, so that was a good thing for me to get. I mean, I kind of, obviously you luck into it when you play Groudon and you need to draw into those energies, but did luck into it and did... so now I don't have to rely on Stadium, is what I'm trying to say, because I'm swinging for 140 anyway, so I can one-shot Reshirams, because that's all he's going to be bringing up, really. You'll find out he does have a secondary attacker, but in Quad Reshiram or Reshiram heavy decks, you can really just expect once you hit 140, you're good. And that's another reason Quad Reshiram kind of is falling off the face of the earth. It was a decent counterplay, and decent is a good way of saying it, because it's decent at best. But now it's kind of falling off just because a lot of people can actually hit 140 pretty easily. Turn after turn after turn. Except for things like, Gengar obviously can't, so the Trevenant decks probably will have an issue with it. when you went, yeah, we kind of went through the matchups already with Quad Reshiram, but it's scary because he does two-shot Primal Groudon. I'm one-shotting him, but he's two-shotting me, and it's much harder for me to charge up a Primal Groudon than for him to charge up a Reshiram, because he's just an attachment in the Blacksmith. Mine is get the Mega Evolution, get some Mega Turbos, get some attachments. Like it's a process. Yeah, so tricky decision there. Was debating computer searching for an energy just so I can get charged up quicker, but yeah, I didn't know what to do with that hand for real. But I figured it's a very, very outside chance of him actually getting another blue flare off. So I figured I was safe. We'll find out here in a moment if I was right. And it looks like I was, because that DCE went straight to the Shaman. And the Juniper came out. So if that DCE had gone to the active, I would have been scared, but getting back-to-back blue flares off on clean Reshirams is hard. Back-to-back blue flares on non-clean Reshirams, just like with one energy on it, is not very hard at all. This is a Versus Seeker Blacksmith away. But you have to get the energy attachment at 2, and sometimes that can be proven more difficult, especially when you're discarding energies left and right with Scorched Earth, and if you play Fiery Torch and Ultra Ball and Acrobike and everything, you know, attaching from hand is harder sometimes. It takes a little bit more skill to play Quad Reshiram, I think. I've talked a lot about Quad Reshiram. It's ridiculous. But it's a decent play. So thank goodness I got the energy from the prizes. I'm going to start setting up another Groudon. I can finally play my computer search now that I know what I'm kind of doing. Just because I had no way to draw next turn, I didn't want to waste that computer search. And we did get a Mega Turbo, so all's good. And we are in business. I mean, things that can hurt me right now is if he manages to charge up this. See, I'm counting Versus Seekers, I'm counting Blacksmiths. 2 Versus Seekers, 2 Blacksmiths in the discard pile. Lots of energy. 3 Reshiram already. But he does manage to get the Blacksmith and the energy attachment, so he will get the Revenge Knockout, and I need to get 2 energies onto this Groudon to stand a chance. Bench the Shaman so that he doesn't lose and he can draw an extra card. And there is a Charizard EX. There's his backup attacker. The only problem is that Charizard EX can't one-shot me. There's no good math that can add up against Primal Groudon with Charizard. So I'm not super worried about it. I'm trying to figure out math in my head and stuff. But, even if he attacks with Shaman first, like a Sky Return, and just 30, the most he can do is 170 with Charizard. So it puts me to 200. Still very, very short. It's basically the same thing with Reshiram. Like, he's just two-shotting me over and over again. So, but now I got to hope into it. I should have played the stadium there. I realized I didn't, but we'll find out in a bit. That actually helps. So I'm gonna miss it here. So I'm gonna try to die for it, just in case I got energy and Mega Turbo off that. I have 2 Mega Turbos left in that 5-card deck. I felt like my chances of Scorched Earthing into 2 Mega Turbo or Mega Turbo energy were very high. So she sent 7 cards, and there were 4 of them there that could help me get an energy. 4 of them, 3 of them, I can't add. Sorry, got a text message. I shouldn't be distracted. I'm recording a video. Hey, focus, Alex, focus. So the ending of this, see, I'm trying to do math. This end doesn't hurt that much. I just don't want to deck out. I have a Versus Seeker. I have 8 cards left, and all he can do is 20 damage to me. So this is going to go for a Karina, so I can guarantee myself the Mega Turbo. And if we look, I got Mega Turbo, Versus Seeker, and 4 other non-item-based cards, an N, Fighting Stadium, an Energy, and a Wobbuffet. So I'm going to play this Versus Seeker, and I'm going to try to make sure that I can win guaranteed next turn. I need that so I can kill the Charizard. I don't need the Wobbuffet. That's one thing I definitely don't need. I don't need the Strong Energy. Definitely don't need that. And you'll find out I do put the N back because I don't need the Mega Turbo. That's the one I don't need. So those 3 cards are like guaranteeing me the win. Got to count to make sure that he can't end me into drawing out if I double switch, and I won't because I'll double switch here. And go down to 2 prizes and 4 cards between my hand and my deck. So he can't end me into losing. He could hew me into losing. Wouldn't that be something? And he can't knock me out. I mean, he could. I mean, yeah, because he can't Blacksmith and Iris the same turn. And I hadn't seen Laser Bank up until that point, right? But I don't think that still would knock me out with Laser Bank. Because, oh yeah, Primal Groudon, duh. Yeah, he couldn't laser me. Of course he couldn't. So I'm guaranteed the win no matter what. Because the Versus Seeker will go for the Juniper that I had there, or my 3 top deck options were a Stadium, which got me the game, an N, which got me the Stadium from the deck, or a Versus Seeker to get me the Juniper to draw my deck out. So I was guaranteed the win no matter what. The N, there was an outside chance that I would not, like a 33% chance that I wouldn't draw the Stadium, or even less than that, more like a 20-something% chance. So yep, that does it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you next video.